Would appear that this particular woman, a CEO of a failing commercial channel over here in the United Kingdom, Channel 4, truly hates and loathes our wonderful British monarchy. Why though? As ever, let me explain. Morning, nice to see you. You all right today? I know I mentioned this on the show before, what I never understand in business, and for all of us who are normal like you and I, if you're in a business, the business is to make money, isn't it? And to keep people in work and to make sure that you've balanced the books and that the creditors are happy and everything like that, And what I find odd, particularly over this particular instance, is this. The CEO of Channel 4, Alex Meghan, well, basically, is a failure. You could dress it up any way you want, but this is a woman who was looking at advertising slumps, having to cut off staff, close studios down, failing production, all of that sort of stuff. You could label that literally at her. Now, a lot of people say, oh, you're attacking a woman. She's in a position, she wanted that role and she's got it. But what a failure it's become. And what's fascinating is she keeps threatening that she's going to have to ask extra money because, of course, she can't afford to run the channel. Ever thought about putting something on that people might want to watch? And there could lie your problem, dear. This is, of course, the channel that gave us Prince Andrew the musical, a total flop. This is, of course, the channel that did the spoof comedy thing, The Royals, didn't really sell around the world, and now they've decided to do this. You see, they have this investigating sort of department called Dispatches. Very lackluster because you can see where the money's being cut from there too. And this particular weekend they're putting out at prime time, they've decided that, basically where the royals hide their millions. And it's very, very detailed of exactly how, say, His Royal Highness Prince William, the Prince of Wales, where his money goes. And, of course, His Majesty the King, where does he get his money from? A bit of a flashback, of course, for the stupid people that are putting the programme together. You've just lifted it all out of the public domain. It's there literally in the royal court documents, You can find it. So if you want to know exactly where Charles, Harry, William, whatever, what they do with their money, it's there. It's not hidden. Well, clearly, Alex Meghan, of course, doesn't like the British monarchy. Is this because she's never been given a Danehood or recognised for her failings? Who knows? But the timing of this is very clever, you see, because as I pointed out with all the Prince Andrew stuff before, they time it just at the most negative point. Now, let's not forget, in a few days' time, they're also deciding to hire Stormy Daniels to literally be part of their election panel for the US presidential race, along with, yes, the aforementioned Emily Maitlis, another failure. You get the picture. Well, here's where it gets interesting, because days after our first budget from a brand new Labour government, if you time that at prime time on Saturday night and show rich people getting richer or having wealth, and there you are, the poor people who don't have any money, well, we're just highlighting that for you. That's how cruel, nasty and vindictive this particular channel are. This is a channel also that had to scrap one of its presenters and suspend them for being disrespectful and vulgar outside number 10 Downing Street to a British minister. You understand? This is how badly run this place is. So my advice is, if you were thinking of watching it, don't, not because I'm sort of sticking up for the monarchy, whichever way you want to look at it. It's all out there in the public domain. It's just dressed up in tabloid fodder. The way they're putting it out there is it's like, oh, we're an investigative department. This is a company that couldn't investigate their own failings and clearly still can't. One thing that remains, though, is Alex Meghan. Yes, she still picks up millions of pounds each year for being a failure. And on top of that, bonuses too. Why don't dispatchers go and investigate her failings and point out to everybody concerned, including the much vaunted advertisers, how she continues to waste their money producing a channel that so few watch? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.